So we have so much theory about HTML already. Let us do some exercise. As we said that HTML is a text-based program, which means you can edit it using any text editor. The recommendation here is Notepad++. So create a new file by clicking this icon and then you get a new tab. Then how do we get a template to start with a new HTML file? One thing you can do is you can go to Google and search for HTML hello world, and then you can specify the specific portal that you want to search in, which is in this case is W3 Schools, the best portal for any newbies to do web programming. So we get the first entry from W3 School here. This is a page. So you can see this page gives something very similar to what we have in our skeleton HTML code in our slide. So what do we do? Copy this page. This is hello world code in HTML and then paste it here. And Notepad++ is supposed to highlight the keyword when it knows the language that we are using in the code that we are writing. So we need to save first, give the extension type, then Notepad++ can decide what language. So file, save as. I want to save in desktop and I would like to name it as demo.html. Save. So once Notepad++ knows that the file has extension of .html, it can tell that the code is HTML. So you can see the correct text according to HTML standard will be given color blue. HTML open and close. You can see Notepad++ automatically highlight the opening and closing, the opening and the matching closing, the head, the title, header 1, body, and paragraph. Let us edit the title. The project in the demo is what I call ways to write calculator. And I want to give the header 1 or title in this page as calculator. And then the paragraph is 2 ways to make calculator. Save it. And we have not viewed this one yet. So you can go to your favorite browser and open it from here. But my preference is to point and right click to the file that I just created. This is it. Right click and then I open it using my favorite browser. So you can see the title in the page and the paragraph just now. Next, let us add something. Maybe we want to add a few lists. So you can Google again HTML list from W3 Schools. So this is a page. You can have unordered list with just bullets, or list with number. This is unordered list, this is ordered list. So the HTML code for unordered list is UL. This is not underlined, this is unordered list. And ordered list is OL. And the item that to be list is in between LI tag, the same to unordered list. So I want to make this list as source or and target for my calculator. Let me put the ordered list first, and the item is, you see this is indentation. This indentation will not be visible in browser, but the purpose of giving this indentation is so that we can read our code easier. Let us recall that I'm making a calculator here. So let's say this is operand 1, and I want to put the source of my operand 1 in between span like this. Anytime that you find what you want doesn't match with what the standard HTML can provide you, you can use span. If it is to be formatted like sentence in paragraph. So this one, let's say I put value or content of 34 there, and then operand 1, and then operand 2, let's say 56, then let us save and refresh. So we get the list. The value is 34 and 56. So you can see here it is too close. Maybe we want to put some spaces. Remember, if we put spaces here, it doesn't work because browser will collapse sequence of white space to become one space only. Refresh, there's only one space. We put more, save it, refresh, nothing happened. So what you need to do is to give the space entity, which is ampersand NBSP. Then you can copy and paste so that you get more space. Now you get space. Then perhaps you want to put more spacing between this paragraph and this list. If let's say you put just simple spaces like that, it won't work either. What you need to put is the break tag. Then it works. Alright, so ordered list for operand. Next is unordered list for the operator and the result. Add, sub, mount, and divide. And let me put one more for the result. Or perhaps we just use a paragraph for the result. Let us refresh. So we get what we put just now. But now nothing happened because we have not finished with the project yet. For this demo, we just want to see how to put the HTML code first. This is a kind of ridiculous calculator because the value is static 34 and 56. For a real calculator, we want user to be able to give value that we want to calculate. But this is just for the sake of example to show that JavaScript can read anything from the web page if we make a proper coding. So this is just for the sake of example. A more proper calculator is maybe using table. So we want to put our calculator in table. So if you're not sure, you can Google for table tag in your browser. This is it. HTML table WT schools, and then you can open the page. This is it. You need table tag and then table row, and then table header. I seldom use. You can use if you want, but I will be straight away using table row and then table data. So let us do that. There's table tag. Then let's say we put the operators also in the table and the result somewhere at the bottom. So we need to put table row first, and then let's say we just want two columns. So two pair of table data opening and closing. Then we copy and paste first to see how it looks like. Save it. We don't see it because we need to put border. So this is an attribute. We supposedly need to give a value, but in this case, border doesn't have to be given a value because default value is enough. So that's it. The table is small because we have not given any value yet in the table. Then let us put some content here. Let's say this is operand 1, operand 2. Refresh. We get that. The rest of the row are still empty. So just now in this example, the part that is for the sake of example, we use span or paragraph or generic paragraph to keep the value which is static. The user cannot change it. What we need to enable the user to key in value that they want is actually to put text box, or in term of HTML, we need to put input tag. Let us Google. The keyword is HTML input text box W3 school. Open the page. You don't have to use form, you have to use label. This is the one that we're looking for. You need to give input tag, the type is tag, and then the ID. Later we will give ID. So input tag, and input tag does not have content. So the opening and closing tag can be collapsed together to become like this. It's not like this. This is the opening tag for list item, closing, opening tag for unordered list, and closing. But input doesn't have opening and closing. They merge together, so we write it like this. So input type is text. Save it, refresh. We get something that we can key in. We need to do the same for this cell. What we do is just copy and paste. We get second one, and then we want to put the operators add, and then subtract, multiply, divide. But you see, we don't want to use this operator. We want to use the actual operator, the subtraction operator. This is actually a dash, this is a slash, not a divide operator. This is an asterisk, not multiply operator. So you can Google, look for subtract operator Unicode. So this is it. Copy, Ctrl C, and then put it here. It's different. And then multiplication, multiply sign, this is it. And the division sign, this is it. Save it. And we actually want the result also. This is, and the actual place where the result appear, we just put question marks first. So we get a very simple calculator here. We will format this later when we are doing CSS. So perhaps we want to get rid of the table border because this is just testing. Save it and refresh. So we get a simple calculator like this. We will continue formatting using CSS.